Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today we're going to be reviewing the remaining Final Faction things that we have not reviewed yet.
We actually still have almost 10 Final Faction parts, or
which we do not have.
That we do not have yet, which is really
right now.
exciting.
We'll just do these 4 things.
There's 6.
6.
Yeah.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I forgot.
Yeah. But let's start with the comic book. We both read it, and
it's
not great, folks. It's
about what it's about what I expected.
It's meant for kids under about 10. You think? Maybe 12.
Not entirely sure. I did, however, I'll say that for later. But
go ahead.
Okay, I did, however, gain a lot of enjoyment out of deciphering what has happened, because if you see on the front page, 2050. So what happened? Because if you notice on a certain page, not entirely sure which page it is, it mentions East Asia instead of just China, Japan, Korea, Bhutan, Nepal, hell, even Siberia would have worked slightly better, but East Asia, which was a bit confusing, but the U.S. clearly is a country, and Costa Rica is a country, or possibly a province or state of some larger entity. So I have devised a theory that this takes place in the universe of 1984, after Oceania has collapsed, and presumably Eurasia as well, and East Asia is the only remaining because it was the smaller, so it was able to stay together somewhat. And the U.S. is now a country again somehow, and Costa Rica and Central America, and all those are now independent countries. And that is what I have concluded, because... What?
Otherwise, it's a nice kids comic. I'm a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, I don't really expect a gritty, dirty, serious, hardcore comic like I would normally pick up. But for $1.25, it was a nice couple of giggles. Churro and some of the other aspects. The schlocky bad guy Diablo or whatever that we're going to open up in a minute. Is your typical just big brutish thug character that I would have fleshed him out a little bit more. But all in all, it's
but
definitely.
Also, you remember that this guy used to be. I have some choice words to describe, but I think the best way to put it is just emo.
I am the original edgelord, as you guys all know.
2 different things.
But maybe.
Maybe.
Let's move on to the P-131. We already opened up one because we could not resist. Now, as the rest of the line of action figures go, it's a dinky little robot. But for us, where is he? Where's Doc Savage? You throw him in a 28mm scale situation, and this is going to make for a great robot. Kind of like, in RoboCop or something like that. That's the vibe I'm getting off it. But it's a great little...
Probably one of my favorites aside from the other robot.
Yeah. And our good friend Nathan Allen has got some great new stuff to modify this with. I really recommend you guys go out there and check his YouTube site, because he's got, and Facebook, I meant to say, he's got some great ideas for the legs to make this, a little bit more, menacing, and you'll just have to check out his channel. Let's move on to. Why don't we bring up the big ugly guy? You want to pop him open? Just tear it open. Don't worry about it. Nathan keeps the cards, and he's making
Hand me an X-Acto knife.
Collector card, savable items with these cards. We've got some of these already sealed, so we're just going to leave them in the package, and that's good enough for us. I really do like these little stat blocks here, where it tells you their durability and their stamina, and their speed and things like that, which would be really cool for a I guess action figure war game, or even translate them to miniature war games or something like that. Uh, I've seen this sort of thing in the past, but I really like it because you can compare the characters, how strong they are, how smart they are. Does it have intelligence? No, it's strength, speed, agility, stamina, and durability. So almost all the, more or less D&D sort of stats, minus, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. I suppose durability would be hit points, but then they would go to 8. Just tear it open, don't fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna open up the next one.
Fine.
Let's just take that ugly brute out and see what he.
Of course. Whatever.
Just pop him out. Let's see what he looks like. And the pink right off the bat makes him a little less menacing, but I think with a nice red wash, it would actually be pretty fearsome. And I already can see him being a great demon if we were to do our
Make
usual.
another one.
Yeah, just make our usual thing. Give him some horns, maybe some wings, definitely a tail. I've seen some people do some things like turning these guys into like 4-legged beasties, but I don't see how they did that. Maybe
I think I know how they did that.
maybe they just maybe, but
Perhaps.
I don't see it with his hands. Maybe with somebody else's legs. If you put like 4 sets of legs and did something.
I can see that.
But take a look at his face. If we threw a red wash in there,
Wait. Works.
it does.
Yes, it does.
So he's got 2 faces.
Like all of them.
Let me see that. Yeah, I can actually see that. If you can get a close up of his face, you could easily turn that into a brand new, weird looking face.
I believe you can do the same with all of them.
Do a better look at that. Alright, we'll put it back.
It'd be hard to tell with the camera, but
I like his original face better, but
I like the other one.
yeah. Let's pop him in and he stands
But
up
that's
there.
just because of my biases towards that.
And then this one is Corruptus, and I read him. He's a bounty hunter trying to track down Torn, who's a double agent, I guess.
Set that right down there.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
A little beastie, that's kind of cool.
this is cool. I was gonna say it reminds me of something, but it really doesn't.
Oh, check out his dreads. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, can tell what they came.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean the action figures have always been really good. I mean,
for $1, I mean, $1.25 now. But still, I mean, you can't buy a G.I. Joe or a Star Wars action figure, this size and this quality for
and
less.
half the time there's so much worse. I mean, they can move their arms in sync.
Not again.
I keep going off on that, but it's happened so many times. So many times when I was a very small child, like
Check out those
10.
feet. They really went off on his feet, didn't they?
so many times when I was like 10 or something, a very small child, I'd get some small action figure, and I move the arms, and they move together. I'll never let that go. Also, I think this goes here or something.
I don't know. It's his pet or something. That's kind of cool.
Maybe it doesn't.
Here, let's bring out Doc Savage again. That's definitely worthy of a couple of gunshots to get rid of that ugly little beastie. So that's kind of cool. He doesn't really have a clip on, so
No.
but either way, I mean, I could paint that up and put it on one of these little miniature bases. Tell me that wouldn't be just as scary as a spider.
I mean, it's big.
Yeah. For 28mm games, got a nice new little creepy crawly there, and you could pay $1.50, $3 or more for a little miniature of a monster.
About that exact same size.
Mm-hmm.
And considering if you get it from Bones, it's pretty much the exact same quality.
Yeah, and then you'd get an extra one of these.
Honestly,
guys.
that's probably better quality plastic than the ones Bones uses. So.
Well, not the Bones Black, but the
Well, Bones Black is...
Yeah, it's a totally different animal.
It's an incredibly different thing.
Okay, now let's move on to the vehicle. Pop open the big one first, because this is the new vehicle. What's it called?
Wheels.
Just dump it out. There's only like 4 parts.
The other one?
Oh, 5 parts. It's the Karn Rumbler. Now this is...
Okay, I can see 15 different uses for this thing.
I know. This for $1.25.
This is amazing.
Wow. It's probably the best deal right off the bat. I mean, if you look at that right there, that would make a great, like...
Oh, I know exactly what I'm using this for.
Okay, that goes in the wheel, but the wheel goes in the back. But the face, look at that thing. It's got like several different faces.
Yeah, this isn't really a face, I guess.
No, but right here, I could see that as like just as a giant, face of a
really
lizard monster.
This.
Or the rotten skeleton of some sort of beastie. The wheels, I could see them as careful because of where that went. Yeah, blade first. That's always good.
Yes, it is. Okay, which direction does it go?
It can only really go in one way. It's just kind of tough.
Oh no, I just can't tell which direction that one.
No. I think you had it right the first time.
You mean the second time?
Okay, and now you're on the third time doing it.
Fourth.
Okay, and then pop the wheel in the back.
There we go.
No.
Up. Like that.
And then you put the big guy in there, which then makes it look ridiculous. It's like a giant wheelchair for an alien.
Yeah.
It really is, right?
I
mean,
but it's still cool.
But I really like the front end. Let's turn it around for the camera. Just show.
Okay, this is much better.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being some sort of juggernauty, weird construct.
Yeah.
Let's put it right so the camera can get a nice, good, ugly view of this creepy-ass thing. Because that is just creepy.
Yeah.
But so many possibilities. But wait, there's more. Now we have the add-on. So for a total of $250, and tell me, look at this.
Tell me that's not a dragon?
No. If we were to take a miniature base and just pop this up, that's like right out of Shadows of Brimstone or Belly of the Beast. See if you can see what I'm seeing, folks. If we were to just take this, put it on a big miniature base, put some milliput around there, because we're going to do that, and just make it some sort of wiggly thing that just pops up out of the dirt or the slime or the swamp and pulls down Meg into the trash compactor. It's just waiting for something like that. Now let's pull out the instructions, because I'm not exactly sure where the tail goes in this. Okay, it goes right in the back.
Wherever that is.
Maybe not. I have to put my glasses on because the print on these instructions is really bad. And it's really faint. Oh, it goes... What the heck? Yeah, I definitely just want to get more of these. Just this expansion set alone has got so many. But no, it's. I think it goes right here. Yeah, there's really only one place, but I just. There we go. Okay, now that is creepy. Now put the things on the front.
Oh, that's not where I should have grabbed it. Because it's spin.
Okay, now for $2.50.
That is
epic.
Yeah.
It really is quite interesting. And Doc Savage here would definitely have his hands full with something like that. It's just so
I have
interesting.
So many uses for this.
I know. I should have bought more.
Yeah. That's not done. Well, we are going to buy more.
Yeah. You just really got to pop these in really tight. But even these claws in the front could be, add-ons. Hell, if we got enough of them, we could just make a creature just out of these, some sort of spidery looking thing.
That's not what I was thinking to make with it, but I was thinking of making some sort of...
But you see my point, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. This is just, now it no longer looks like an alien wheelchair.
Yeah. I mean, for what? $2.50. You get something that is better plastic than bones and much cheaper than bones.
And it's just creepy as hell. I mean,
No.
you guys at Final Faction, absolutely A+. And before I stop talking about Final Faction, there's one more issue to discuss. The checklist in here. Now, if you notice, the first wave, which was the upper part here, we have them all. But wave 2 is it's almost double the number of sets and the number of possibilities, including this special edition arrow that's just got a different paint job and a scope is included, so it's like $3. So we already have all that stuff. I might get one just for posterity, but I doubt it because the stores that they're sold at, we don't actually have those stores.
Yeah.
But all the different weapon packs, all the different characters. There's 2 we don't have, Amari and Riptide, and almost half of the weapon sets we don't have yet. And then there's 3 more alien creatures.
Which we do not have.
The Crawler, the Decimator, and the Hunter, or Huntra. And I think it's the Crawler that's actually a 2-pack. So you get 2 little creepy crawly spiders for $1.25 that are, about this big. So, tons and tons of fun. Now, before we let you guys go, one of our good friends of the channel, Michelle, Grimm's wife, is out there. She's not feeling so hot. So we just wanted to say hi, and you're in our prayers, and we hope you're doing better, and we hope you'll, enjoy this little silly video, and, all our prayers are going out for you, and we hope you feel better. And, Grimm, make sure you give her a big hug for us. We will see you guys tomorrow with a book review, Edgar Rice Burroughs, of course, and then Thursday, part 2 of The Airship, which we're going to expand a little bit. We might even turn it into a 3-parter. We'll see, because we've got some new ideas that might take more time. And then, of course, Friday, another game review. Of course, it's going to be a John Carter game review. And we will see you guys later. Have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. And
Mars is cold. Good night.
Bye, everybody.